the MPP led by His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Baumia, Ninia Ketwa, the Wafasie, the Ba, or Chumbe Matasun, on massive wing. Toba, okay, you might hear Honoma, and Secretary, mobile and that house to house, will help door to door, will honor to ensure the victory for the new patriotic party is massive.
It's massive indeed. Ejuma waye wo hono. Doma easy for and to abamba wa na minim de omobeye biem. But we'll call be there to support you. But my name komo Endra. I saw you in a couple of videos. A Bible cries after the Eminia as a Wadani bodyguard. Although Nani leader no did any idea. I mean, the much anticipated chaotic scenes Nagan and Nibia free say ABC in Parliament, it was a bit calm after said speaker a resume in the seat. What actually transpired on your side of the caucus? Na yentuasun income.
The speaker, Nedi Kamamentia, with you na anopay. Na Mencha was also. Osha, the speaker, a free 1992 MPP, ABC war. Yan fair to trust some. Nakaka Binsem, any Bibiada. Yes, the Mra, and Nasum get a Bia. In the Anano, Sa, and a leadership. Yet the core say, Sir, Mama, Sa, to trust them now, Union more the other side, no. Or my paso would say, Mudia, a yet dear, and Papa, a country ban on the Baba Hono. Yeah, man, because we want the peace. I'll say protecting our democracy. We need to guard it jealously. In the we said, oh yeah, the first part you're calling inside. About what I say to wait for the speaker. But so clearly the speaker was not there, so there was no need for us to sit there. So we stepped out into our office to continue what we're doing. Speaker by a fair leadership meeting. I'll say he's going to make a pronouncement. But we thought the pronouncement was going to be that we should obey the orders of the Supreme Court. Speaker, the great woman said, we are trying to bastardize our institutions. That's what we are doing. The Supreme Court gave an order.
Yes,
said, what's up now, and our ruling, what the Fatabuato Sokaka, 9 plus, because what you have to say, not within your remit. If you my interest as a church movie, now with the no cry. So be it, Uncle for my monko, yet, and you know, Cranswa, and you know more Macano. Your friend is a young woman. I said, we, and yes, and yeah, and I am a speaker, or better than us here. Oh, who say, you're right to force it, but you're sitting in the Queen. He could have directed him, say, Uncle Travel, you're saying. Because when you say, ordinarily, Crampon said, maybe I'm an African, I'm about chamber, also be asking maybe you're saying. But for him to say that me, my ignore the friend saying, Supreme Court for rulings, I don't know, or didn't know when change, we are to my journey. We cannot build our democracy in this way.
Yes, but as at the time a speaker taking the seat, no more side, no more to hear for. No more better.
Speaker, no, yes, he was suspending one over unconstitutionality, normal. Unconstitutionality, sir. Saying, Supreme Court ama order, and he deliberately decided to ignore it. So we couldn't even be part of that. 2, he saw our arrangement, where there was wrong. Director, and he deliberately decided not to do that. So what was he expecting us to do? He was ready to say, I am going against the Supreme Court and MPP. The law rule of law, no, and yeah, normal. So we cannot be part of that. We cannot be. We are lawyer, Nima, Papa, and Chebia, the best fall to the bar. And check. We didn't say the Supreme Court can't. Even the president, the Supreme Court has not the president Krampuno, 1, 2 Krampu. Yet to impeach you. And the Supreme Court I can't. Now, just a Supreme Court I can't. I hope I will tell someone about 2 years, you know, and then I'll get my general parliament. You don't do it that way. When you know, said there were businesses that were supposed to have conducted in the house.
Yes, but earlier on, leadership or engaging leadership, I'm sure, sir, all these conversations, came up for the adjournment. And why didn't your leadership raise concerns about this adjournment?
Who said the ruling now?
Yes.
Also a consortium leader. But however,
Kessben.
You need discretion. Also, you need discretion. And then, discussing you. He was supposed to have discussion with leadership, but we not also discussing leadership on that. Or but you see discretion, the ISID. However, Mr. Speaker, we need 3 or so members to recall Parliament. And that will be triggered. We are going to recall Parliament.
And to move back trigger my Parliament, I record to complete the business I want to me.
Precisely so.
Yes, but isn't it in the right context to say, Osher and draw the political temperature of the country itself? Any tension and there wom Rashebe. I mean, speaker no decision or take yeno, Moan Kasanso Makase Supreme Court ama an order. Say, I mean, for now, the processes must be stayed. In that sense, until the subsequent interpretation, ebebano, isn't it in the rightful context, say speaker, I take a decision I will take so that by the time Parliament Nebeka will resume back, it be a finality to all these matters.
So for us to see Mr. Speaker supporting that stance of and supporting our judiciary to ensure that they deliver. All that we all expected for him to say, you know what? Make a statement, say you have accepted the ruling, you are obeying the ruling. However, we are also going to put injunction on some of these things until we hear the Supreme Court. That's what he's supposed to have done. I don't know get back to the commitment level. And I'm You see, right now, you see between the two of us, yes, and cannot tension was low. But one of the things that would have calmed the tension said, you show say you are a law abiding the rule of law, no one also here, yes, the arm of the government. One is how you would so the Supreme Court na can say what you have to and what the normal, but that would have also shown Ghanaians say truly Parliament we are within the laws, and it would have shown say we are supporting the growth of our democracy.
Yes, but I presume say speaker no anka assembly untoward towards the judiciary and I mean he just went silent on the entire
exactly. Order. But why do you go silent? It's meaning you're ignoring them. Over to one man ruling you said it's about to swear. You should make a formal communication, say, me a ruling nano. Supreme Court a ruling now no. I'm gonna until then that ruling is on hold. We are waiting for it. That will show your commitment. But you ignore the whole thing, not say anything about it. You think it was right. Clearly, you are showing the Supreme Court. That is what the man did yesterday. And it's against our institution. You have talked against the institution. And so one day we will come and somebody said that the Supreme Court is an arm of this, it's a threat of this party. But when the Yamasa is normal.
Yes, but one will also say, sir, we are members of Parliament. And as members of Parliament, Munim said the legislature independent on its own, and it's a master of its own games. Again, okay, Article 115, clearly it tells you, sir, Obia interfere with the work of Parliament. I mean, not from maybe me a kind of the amounts is here. Now the question is that you pushing all these things to the judiciary, doesn't it seem to be an interference of the judiciary with the work? And are you not setting the wrong precedent as members of parliament? Maybe it will not be Speaker back then. Speaker. Honorable Member Bitio.
In the ruling of the Speaker, he said, interpreting the Constitution and enforcing it is not within my separation of powers. We're sure or no. But interpreting the Constitution and enforcing it is not within my remit. I'm not close.
That is the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. But
fantastic.
But okay, Article 115. Honorable Member, okay, Article 115. Or say there shall be freedom of speech, debate, and proceedings in Parliament, and that freedom shall not be impeded or questioned by any court or place out of Parliament. Say Speaker ma ruling. Honorable. Say Speaker ma ruling. Not ruling no, ye injunctive ruling no, per the fact to say you serve a motion for interpretation in the court of law. I mean, the question again is that Speaker no, how does he position himself in doing the work of Parliament?
Yes. Everybody, every citizen under the 1992 Constitution, no one is above it. The Constitution that you refer, we are all under that Constitution. So even in Parliament, it must be in conformity with the Constitution.
Exactly the point.
Anything I obey, friend is saying, Constitution, you're backing it down. Now there is an issue. Say, and yes, you hear interpretation because you know you're here. Say I'm a here, no, and yes, I'm a Speaker here. I'm a Speaker, so eba, no, or see that you. Me and Kasapon, me the idea no me so no, and you me to me, say me say to them. Never be better my dream. Who be better what dream? Now we catch it. Me say my dream no, and you me interpret no. And Kofua and Komuwa right to be represented no. But it means the Madrid no age your maybe. Let's look at you.
Me too, your
freedom of speech will no matter your parliament, you know. Obia ni hunsem. Na be bia ya wade. Na ebom say do maybe na a constitutional matter. Now we need to me na. Nkofo no mo ye omo to me no mo nkyira se. What is you? Obeko nemum. Maybe they make share my dream, but my dream they not say me phobia. Now, Mima.
Yeah, but Nkofo na oyi na dino is not by his will. It is by the same provisions of the Constitution.
But Mr. Speaker, what does the Constitution say?
Yes,
Constitution interpretation is you should interpret it with the normal word. Simple English. Yes, Speaker. What kind Article 97 now? Then a kind. What say? So we free party for eco party for ma. And I say you could you understand what is also eco party for?
But one fans also say we free party. The money will call independent. So I know so come home.
Independent, you know what you say.
Yes,
I say independent, you know when you seek to remain in Parliament. When do you seek to remain in something? And that's how if you must have it before you seek to remain in it. And I'm a If who are Kessben, I want to remain in Kessben. Maybe what I'm fear is here. I mean because I want to remain in Kessben when I'm in my house.
Okay.
So you seek to remain. And there has been no election in the 8th Parliament. Somebody seeking to remain in 8th Parliament on a different ticket or as an independent. Everybody is seeking in the future. Mr. Speaker, who are Kessben? In 3 months, who are contract of 4 years? 3 months to your ending of your contract, you know. And I was serving notice when I said to the management, say, 3 months will swan. Now my contract will swan. My name for 2 bear man back for year, Juma. Kessben 40 documents, I'm saying, so So far as what can I report to Burma Quedman? Yes, I will report to Burma Edgement. You went. Is that what it says? Is that how?
But
is that what
he's not the first to have done that. There are several precedents to effect.
President then, Esiamadiye.
Esiamadiye, Kofi Asante DSC, Professor Woye DSC, and there are precedents. He wouldn't be the first to initiate that particular provision.
Why else any cross from NDC to MPP and he left out?
Kessben.
Because when he said, "Wa crossing carpet," there Esiamadiye. What happened? The MPP wrote to Parliament. At home, as we can say, there Esiamadiye on kind of here. They say nobody piano and no yeno. Anna speaker say, "Who are parliamentary? You must be there on two tickets. It's either an independent or on a political party ticket." So at that time, MPP every closing, every cover, every era and Resiamasono. How were they going to address him in Parliament? If they said, what was his locus? Are you there as independent? Because NPP said you are not there on their ticket. So you are there as what? If I come to Kessben right now, Kessben is here and microphone. I'm sitting there as what? As a morning show host, as a guest, or as what? That is what the friend is saying. Yera, okay, said Abi, and you close in India, and you call. Now compare your friend is saying. Compare the for national fabric.
Okay.
So you come back as independent or you come back on a political party. That is what okay, yeah. And it's not the same here. There has not been any petition to the to Parliament. Say you need close in here so Obianzo and Koso Tapet or call different party. Obianzo and Kase he seeks to remain in the 8th Parliament as independent. And why are we trying to call somebody say Obia has been future in the future want to continue
interesting. That will be for the interpretation of the Supreme Court. But again,
fantastic.
As at this morning, yes, horrible.
Look, I'm saying, you see now, it's an interpretation for the Supreme Court. So if you, the speaker, you know, sir, you may not be able to interpret it and understand it. Now I interpret it. Now I use on they will use soon. It may not be right. If young thing, young take the movie. Now what you are correct to club for? What may expect to rule in our way, and you're correct is on your traffic. Why can't we obey this simple orders of the Supreme Court to ensure that we protect our democracy and enhance our governance in our country?
Very well. But as we speak this morning, and right, there were indications, colleagues, Cynthia Morrison, Kodja Asante, one more had taken decisions, say one more young contested as independent candidate. Do we have that confirmation from the caucus?
Oh, I mean, yesterday they were at our caucus meeting.
Kessben.
They've shown forth that they are part of the new patriotic party. As to say more, I'm yet to ascertain that. Yesterday I had interviews where I knew that they were in a meeting that such discussions were ongoing. But after this morning, I think there are new information coming out of which we need to ascertain the veracity of that one. Say either Marvin's draw and now say they are still contesting. I have to cross-check from the leadership to confirm that.
And leadership will take steps to ensure say Parliament will be recorded, right?
Honorable Appiah Kubi and his leadership are doing a great job to ensure say the government business I see again and some core research all will be done and nothing will stop this scam. You see, with the speaker, the crap plan say if NDC is convinced about this election, I think all person will be the pronounced so your friend is a majority. Majority pronounced of Parliament. Majority is pronounced at the poll.
But is it really about this year's election? And it's about current events at ACU or Parliament?
In next 45 days, we are going for elections. Why do you want to think our majority? We are guarding our majority position jealously, like seriously. Like seriously. We are guarding your pronouns say, after know about the speaker American. We must all protect our institutions.
Very well.
Very important, sir. You protect your institutions, no. Now, you bastardizing institutions. You see for you cassette your musa, or for police for you cassette your musa, or for way. That nearly a channel, and that's an MPP, the best, and then NDC, the best. Or we cannot continue that way.
Okay.
Let's strengthen our institutions by all here. And can speak about the Supreme Court is in the I don't think it will have changed anything. We would have still have our calmness, we would have still have tension, escalating, and the country will be at peace because we can all see the three arms of government are working in tandem. But now, Obi person fully say, or no, your superior thing will be. It cannot be.
Very well. Manoma, I'm grateful for your time. Georgia, is this a country or your guy?
Matthias, I can't mean that. Now, some you TV or boy.
Oh, we have a casa wedding cover. Why? I wish you the best. Meda say, and that is the honorable member of parliament for a year. Doma East on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party, speaking to us on the sidelines of Endra. The course of my Yamrashe now. News coming in indicates Cynthia Mamle Morrison a withdraw from the race. She is no longer going as an independent candidate. Now, I'll be bringing you some tips. And then we also told the Oko Suhumo. I see never miseries. I know you see Oko Suhumo. So whom I should be getting and running them from them. Yes, was so young independent Libya. Was a no party for no granting in Casa one day. Baby, and I didn't say so co-independent, you know. And one will go so. My yet senior Cynthia Mamle Morrison. I'm gonna Western Russia be Jenny, not Yamra.
Kessben. Into me and sit in Bia corner office. See, my woman young office, no so leaders of a doom, my leader, Timokoi. Your crane, you whom you see, into me and sit in Bia corner office. See, my woman young office, no so leaders of a doom, my leader, Timokoi. A couple boy who command and crop for so a boy who command a point near bay. See, in common, I boy in Poin Cosi. Let's a come me ban a minion calls today. What's today? Leadership from 160 million, ma step down. Ah, no, Fianni shall him find a joke. If you make sure no is serious, all over social media, they me who the story in a call. But the end, I'm gonna waste a hazy sick a seminar no trend, wakojiska. But on your no car, it's my friend me leader, maybe son. No, on your them now, sanity, and you bring me whip so crap or friend, and also and one because or Bible to you with demo. Nkoma ye boy in our wing, it's on who be a story in fee. Say you baby say, in fact, they are been a my bassa, but then you bring me okay. And baby the main see, Cassambia and Crodo, Nkoma ye bombo and boy in Casey, into on ye, baby a macad, and a dana, me offended nomination, pictures not and obey. Was started there, we post to a wall. It's in me who baby if it's me catch them supporters and there. One come to 1 year. The new time to be answers and crown. Goodness. Pictures in many honorable affair market or pictures, many honorable Kennedy or pictures, many honorable Eugene pictures. Parliament today when I share a type of pictures. Since the pictures since they didn't mean anything. I mean, put a minion that my brother, Bafo Supu or Ba, but maybe in Bria, make good measure and bay in a mood and the pictures that are. But ye, no insist a BBC, but when you know before dominion, you bria more than 5 people now are frema when you make the same as some. But on your order about to air the Akojiska and Yasan on your right. Many may be do fear upon him, Hunipa Webo Gufia, Mrs. Margin. Mrs. Margin be a Mijana and a Mijana, so I bend the Mrs. Margin poor. Me wo enuanoma wonye me yedwuma wo ha me wo pinifa what time mechi wo ha me wo me kun me wo memba what time mechi at least o dem miti campaign ho kam water ase but me ko parliament ye ntwa picture mboto no che dem asesa madwen a me kan hwinche me kun bode no so hu no ofrem no obi sam na me so me ye sure do bi na why dem story nti enwumbiri mo na me free acheche ma chen de sana na dem na asam no ko nti me be me supporters we bogu ha ma acheche ma chen ho asisi me sure do bi ana komato ne yem man miss me back court and me beje injunction me be do hana me be hun NDC fun why 3 na was me court e be any so wa twa send 50 last Friday ina won yi asamen na still order won do nti mama be to won ha won bo efu de won yi won din film nti an page ya ba ma wa yi won din film wa ka nyipa kora onye mreko na court so injunction order to mo do there me ntu mo campaign mo ntu me bibia no so na room obi ameti oye room onti me mpede me bobia ne din the ma wo ya anye there electoral commission be print ballot papers on the dem week ya cases next week o nti say one injunction match over print ballot papers na me din ambado that was their strategy but nyame ye nyame wo boda me po ne nyina na obi wo ho obobo MPP fun panyifo wo kan obobo candidates na nyama wo kan nyina but only the mo holding for now once man was send ma court bill say mbonyim there han onkoye timreka wo Wanyima for court bill there. Gender ministry na mko head member accounts for COVID. Na one kind na one who there. Me catch na one kind na one who there. COVID is kanyamo ho no obey. Inti so pedu boy COVID ni adaka ye boboy. Usan na me COVID man kotoshi. Ketwe sa mitu ya wanka wo. Inti me sran menya abrepa wo. Dem masum party. One ma wa ya mo obi anka hwenkyerem na wo suam na wo de me ba court ka ho. Menya abrepa nti na me fi court opo. Mintu me nsrem mintu me ngimanyi. It's break say what pedal was sending me cocoa. Am I ready? Party on your mankoti na matina position.
Kessben.
Right from Jubilee House to the list, CEOs obi obobo ni investigation. Now why from Koduana Bay we boy ni an investigation. Na ya show Ghana.
Kessben.
About your duo, Cynthia Mamle Morrison, former gender minister, no, was it Crawford Tata de day court. One more year be as easy before I printed the ballot papers, no, the Emma so. One more than I call back home where we need me, no, where we need the one more year, no. What it is from them, say, fake crowd there. Abamu mpanyimfo bi say one more ba na afi COVID nnuane ne ade a wocheche ye nyina as gender minister one more ba be you know so no the only problem but say COVID sika ho asem ne ebeka dia there is more to it one more the ba won so ebe yi na krom han so be pin so because COVID sika no dodo na no amma ne ho that is what she says and that is Cynthia Mamle Morrison now on Suhum Kodwa Asante say was stepping down and now one stepping down. Rigid video no wana ma yentie Kodwa Asante na yemra studio na mene Georgia isi any enkomo.
Kessben.
Masa munjie hada munye adwuma na munye ade mo cheche. Yeah, the boy no tape no Eddie amount, but Kodwa Asante Echemo say one so nyan step down, indicating say he's still contesting as an independent member to ensure say obetimi win this home seat no back. But my member George actually na member na kwaba. George is imagine.
Yeah, I'm just right honorable speaker.
Then pom to say
about the other room I am.
Kessben.
Be fine. I say campaign ni ko ye.
No, I see campaign also the Dr. Baumian in nam voter and media speaker. Response no me who ana me ni aje voter regime. Hey, voter. Oh, nyamistra voter regime. Any OT regime. Any regimes na kano. Look, this election. Ebi moti wo mbe nunu omo ho asere. Omo koso. Voter regime. Me who kwa na mani aje papa. MP abedu.
Abedu ani osoli. Obebasi ya.
That's the voter regime. Dr. Baumia Ebona Pro no adaklu. Enti adaklu nsu nananom ne mpanifo mo age no kama. Omo ne na din komo. Enti it's good. MPP de yegusu ayebo apro ayeton yenkofo. Yenim se Ghana fo no ma ekoso nyina mbe hu. Ome yi no ma hu se was ye two anamompa ma kai bibi na na ba na mo colleague o say MPP roads ya ye no wo hu bi da
Kessben
officer was say ya boy ye dwuma ho dawru pa ye be ko so abo ho dawru but ye ka ho ne say yes ye be bo dawru be me ba no pay right honorable speaker wa ka che me say ye be ka AB It is a me starting can the other ones now. Speaker best stop me my tracks. And I don't know. Aha. It is told them yeah. And you say any more de Bruno. Me what mama topic. Me banner as a deviation be the bube fu. And also come. But come on pay be dia o dia mami. Me feel say me nim say metimi akoso anase a very important the normal akoso mrese bedwam e Ghana hanom me say ebi bia ha dwen kakra in fact ade no starting no me to anamon kohwe sorry me to yi say me hwehwe nkrata mu kakra me research kakra be research and partial ade a yenim so United Kingdom, Britain. Your parliamentary system, no, your fashion alongside a blend of the British Westminster system and then the executive president of the presidency of the United States. 1969 Constitution, sorry, me say, yes, 1979 Constitution. No, maybe we will back on. But it's independent crime, mankind independent. That's cross carpeting. On the British Parliament, almost bench so. So, who are majority or minority to cross up and I just say something like that. So those are the cross carpeting concept by. Sadie ye ni no my speaker. Oh, Siamra. Momra nimfo mo ka bibi men's real actors real said
the intent and
na ye nyina including minua honorable member fine boy young man wo mu nyina decide na to nchen and obi ampeso wo ka ho asem wo mu ye lawyer for ma panzo the intent in the British system and America no ansa na ye be kwakoto aba wo UK and United Kingdom no you be dissolve parliament.
Exactly.
Parliament is dissolved. It stands dissolved. Members back constituencies. The day of dissolution and announcement say that will be done by the king. Prime Minister Bebo King and the king a dissolve. Or dissolve that day is day zero. Or be on the constituency. Ukodua. Day one, no more start a file open or contest in my BB. You have 25 days. On the 25th day, what are because why a Tory member and as obey a Labour a what's Tory in the Conservatives. So another independent will be a new near. But dear no is done concurrently. Time election processes no parliament go so city. I know that they have do you. Chairman Nipa 9 na ekono. Emu ba ko pa wono say the issue of the way that maybe we interpretation of the constitution. Monka samunim. The ordinary meaning na wo kan a what ye no wo kan na nya no a mo bibi am friend purposive interpretation na meboa. The spirit of the the letter and the spirit meboa.
Yeah.
It will kind of raw now say nya ho a. Then you go to the spirit, which is the purposive interpretation of the what say one would decide 97 1G to protect the sanctity of parliament. Because people ya to abama no but oba no sabe wo feel say oh we be obi ni na di nkomo bi wanya damfo bi nti chale we mu kra de me jam ho me ko hanom ti say the line I tight say no be say oh I convince you obi wa cross so across to his private benefit. I'm not saying say well it's a non person say so yes sir because and conform to abama no who say honorable ejina ticket bi sunti no oboto ma no e bi omo penase but ticket no so kan ho bi no oboto ma no meboa it is also across so there go back to nkofo no omo nsa nto oso aba say ampa ye no ya adwen anya sa ne ato atwene that is to protect so that when you said numbers are important in the parliamentary democracy. They are no this no man. And no maybe by me speaker a year or year no. I had dream. Mammy who said he wasn't trying to be patriotic.
The speaker,
yes, he wasn't being patriotic.
For which reason?
The speaker was being partisan, needlessly partisan. In the second parliament, Parliament of the Republic of Ghana, Jerry John Rawlings as president, Justice Daniel Francis Annan as Speaker of Parliament. J.H. Mensah versus the Republic.
Yeah.
President Rawlings back, no, and was saying the ministers no should continue in office. And in that locus, Kwame Appiah and Conco read the budget to a parliament for the and J.H. Mensah said, Debbie, Yakotua Baba, this is a different parliament. And he, well, so I'm more active, I mean, the problem. But so I presented budget, I won't buy, confirm on as minister there, Mempeneso. And what they call Supreme Court for interpretation, Of course, Supreme Court, no, and no notify on your way fee Supreme Court, and what the breast Speaker Justice DFana. Now, I do so I'm over reading budget, no. And the Justice DFana, how many brand not or kind that I know overwhelming majority of Parliament, too. Then, yes, there one for difference. Overwhelming for the NDC side. Near 66 pay, and your and to I know kind chair house and I say, yes, and kind budget, they say, but J.H. Mensah, majority leader, what the BBA Supreme Court am ruling no a woman him. Omo babe tna so ma hold I feel number quite seminum. And because of that, or no speaker or change when so reading of the budget is on hold. Because he said Supreme Court by a determination of the matter. That is a patriotic speaker. Look, who can we feeling video Kuma. Man, I TV.
And you know what they call patriotic speaker now. I know the
speaker. Yeah, and so that is good. I'm going to trend. So Rawlings, so sometimes Rawlings can say bit back as and so that is what happened. And Obia Nyabote. Speaker Bagbin was an honorable member of Parliament. It was our Parliament, second Parliament, you know. So I don't know what and that is the issue. At then a precedence now that working kind one fire no bianca. And the patriotism no way. Who quiet no what dear to say I feel no marking call and pa obey way. Why? Who says what? Montesquieu did the concept of separation of powers by and okay, so what they buy for fun. There be it's for the system of checks and balances. Because there shouldn't be absolute power anyway. Even the executives can be checked. Meboa, no shamra or no yamra Kessben Meboa. For checks and balances, so that there will not be power vested too much in one of the wings. Even the executive. And the way any interference, Article 115 is for the purposes of transacting business in the August House. Their freedom, no normal. Into no big parliamentary. I say on the way, no one to mean no normal. Those are the things. And the two immunity.
And then no say cross the men so me court to Yakosiki interpretation.
That's all.
Obi kodi boni kokuni paso parliament. I will get to that. I think America says I am aware be a lot of
yes,
you understand? And a lot of things will come up.
Let me fast, you know. Maka Kwame Appiah, you know, British system Maka speaker wa mwaye because look nankenra di obeya nanke fe obedu house wa no wakan sampa okan also wenya we
the order
of stay of execution and saka on leadership akasa but we use any discretion. So, until you use any discretion, and then they say, "Oh, I join the parliament. It's not appropriate." Or who quine? I see what didn't know quine, and then you know the fatai. Fefana feel into Nababo.
No, but I mean,
you want to son in Pokia speaker. I just say better at all.
George, you understand the chaotic situation?
No, maybe
the tensions were
so
what else? No, what else could have the speaker done?
Let me tell you,
without adjourning.
No, You can adjourn, but before the adjournment, you notify the House. Say, what my ruling Thursday, The ruling is that what spelling 4 members of parliament. And the consequential effect of that, they say the majority in the house is now minority, and the minority now assumes majority. It's of dire consequences. It comes with a lot of things. Honorable committee, he will become the chairman of that committee immediately. Yes. Until a consequential way, until you come back and say, based on that ruling on Thursday, today, Tuesday, yesterday, I had an order from the Supreme Court because ex parte blah 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 from the majority leader or majority but Maakye is that we should hold on, we should stay the execution. In that case, status quo ante. We revert to the status quo ante. Simple. And because we don't form a quorum to take decisions, I adjourn Parliament CNDA. What's wrong with that? Would that cause any punches?
No. That would have sounded right in your ear.
Yeah, it is right. No, that will put him in a history-making position by saying he has respected the Supreme Court's order. You are going to be an officer of the law. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Court order na me say me court nyadwen and to me yeah. Can you imagine the chaos in the country? Obia decide this a court order or nyadwen to one yeah. Then what happens? So is this same court Ibia equity and discharge out of force in High Court? And some of those judges, Nanado appoint 3 of those people who voted for. All the 3 were appointed by Nanado. And then procured verdict. So, Mr. Ramu, your mom ran so you can't appropriate a reprobate. Parliamentary democracy, parliamentary democracy, jealously and guarded. Last one. Me can't mention anyway. Nipa na wo parliament.
I don't know all lectures about.
Me who honorable mediaje. Speaker, I know the whole thing me. Why? Which of those 4 people? One, on fire document be amba. What's the work of who? Because yes, notice of poll no correct. But before we Michael Kwei, and when I say Michael Kwei, on your letter from MPP, it didn't end there. Michael Kwei called Andrew Esiama. When is that? On the Nancy. But before MPP crab a letter, my president crab call the constituency.
And have you done same for Cynthia Mamile Morrison?
No, almost yes, Cynthia and Co. They spoke to them, but one more say say. Be nini yo said there minim so that is the which one na make an maka last back the article 97 1G to protect the cohesion and sanctity of the current almost every parliament here unique. This is the 8th parliament of the 4th republic, so honorable bet me I can better. So I dream and yes, I quite media me feel say do pompon so I was here before election you dissolve parliament. 2 months so that we can call you
but you see the problem we are having with our political
12 midnight night meeting say I could do no it's not fine.
So the problem we are having as a country, the fact that OSHA 79 constitution in times past under the 1st, 2nd and 3rd republic initially nanki 2 Obama parliamentarians then we now come and vote for the prime minister or whatever and after you decide they said there be a banisa party obe winning the parliamentary election it will influence on the presidential. For that reason, we ought to do both elections concurrently. And also, because we do not want to give vacuum at the time you dissolve one parliament and then allow the opportunity to say the other parliament will equally step in. But I mean, going forward, food for thought. We'll see how.
Executives should pass all their bills by the 10th month. Na bibia na dissolve omo 30 days or campaign.
The honorable member for Amenfi East, Nicholas Obampa, is
Japan MP now.
Kessben.
Only child former Amenfi Central.
Kessben.
Mama MP actually. MP Maakye.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker.
Edward come almost son Juana.
Mr. Speaker, now you resist the oppressors rule.
What's it?
Nah, you were resisting oppressors rule. I say, Modagana.
I see.
I don't say, Basana. The SCBR, no, I say, Ghana's democracy now. I say, ye deep no. Aside the custom.
Now, ye deep in idea, na mo said a create chaotic situation in the country, Ebwa. Because Andrew Nkonya kra na mo kotena so no Nkonya mo tena so wo say baby a wo tena e na nya wudi na tare ho enti eba de say na wonim say nya wudi na tare ho yet you decided to go and sit nipa na konya a edin boso a ono nim say ne din boso no oba ya wo say o ma ne metena ho
Look at how mischievous Mr. Speaker is. Before Ben and I need
Kessben.
That's the guy there. The kind of.
I didn't hear that we don't Konya Kophobia Konya.
Minda was pay for the greatest opportunity to speak to my constituents and Ghanaians at large using this biggest platform. I am a senior and so honorable. I really admire him. But just say, MPP and the leadership of Parliament, you're to force and Diano. Now His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President in waiting. So Speaker, I'm chairman regional executives. You're not Tuku Edano. Na baby omode region neko, baby omode constituencies neko. Western region, Mr. Speaker, I can tell you, say, yen two abenye no, 17 seats no, Mr. Speaker, yen ya cry bit me yamu 15.
Western region. Mobeji 15 seats in Western region.
Now, son will be account,
including the Takrady Metro.
So, Hona Mija or no Takrady Metro, never say, it's a yeah, just a
team,
Esikado Grace, the solido.
Oje, any features this use them.
Such as honestly, no open contest.
I see.
There's no incumbency.
Exactly.
It's already
Kessben.
But this is I feel almost share development NDC and the omuye. In my constituency, Mr. Speaker, it will shock you to know MPP in 8 years, not even a single community. And almost light post free tema or Takrady, Ediaba, Omotu Amra, Ale cables, about transformer.
Na transformers are bebre ya na say costero nsaka yin nyina every.
The Speaker, on say a conversation na utie me a. Me say not even a single community. In an anado ye rabaumia, omodi post free Takrady or Accra, Ediaba. Omodi akose a virgin community. Like community like Into post in ho wires no. Na oma kasa so mo koye, na oma so 8 years ni.
And maybe say transformers no. Any a year post near idea assembly no keke any costero so nama womodi ye adwuma wo nkra as na free him fa na eba
on saka oya Mr. Speaker na me hwe say obaba wachi yes na come it say who is Costaro is the MPP
candidate.
Exactly. So he doesn't have that power, you know. The municipal assembly of which Mr. Speaker the secret behind this is electrification project 2016 within the space of 8 years, here Mahama, we were connecting 85 communities. When I became DC for 6 months, Mr. Speaker, my reign as DC, honorable upon for my dad as MP, GM as the president. Within the space of 6 months, more than 30 communities. Ebi wane abewie that ebi wa like Subri so Gromesa, Abrochire Krobo, Adanse, what is in Swayem. These are communities me and me start here. And I
but say no now we locals as the DC, right?
Exactly. And I'm saying situating come on.
Situating
we parliamentary candidate
because as a parliamentary candidate, you know, say ononso wo opportunity, okay? Say one nkrofo bi relationship or betimi akọ lobby for certain development for his community. It doesn't matter say mayor MP no. I mean he's at liberty to do so.
The situation is
the locals in this I mean, I seek to disagree with you.
That's we are all for
I don't know topic.
And someone I'm on for suit Me clearly say, you know, na me more situation they say from 2017 to 2020, electrification project we na hoti, but near your MPP MP, your MC, your president, but nothing was done to that.
And I also be MP na went to me and to us.
But Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, no pay the other mommy say.
Me too. Say me.
It's be MP no. In records, Mr. Speaker, I mean, I'm on the floor of Parliament.
Okay.
Make sure Minister of Energy buy. So why are you living at Memphis to this level? It's Yankani and Brabeye, and the minister assured me, say, the materials, beba.
Okay.
Now when him say my former DC, when Oko lobby wabem, and the biggest platform to lobby is on the floor of Parliament in the chamber, because there we deal with records. But materials never, and see parliamentary candidates so. Go straight to the municipal assembly, of which the MC is the government representative. By himself, politics in Ghana, but because the MC is not running for election, none of the parliamentary candidates here project. We don't have any problem with it. But the credit can never be given to the parliamentary candidates because that's why I said watch locus. Because Mr. Speaker, go to what is it?
And in effect, you know, the person here clarify and say in effect, you know, some project need be a cost, but a KK who is the MC
exactly,
and a DNM any assembly in a area,
yes,
and a costero mum then who are but
exactly, and even some project now make candidate being cost.
I think
the air cost when say project a community like Wasekuma say, ya bought transformer. Ya wire community na wie ya lay high tension no na ka few kilometers na ka ya connected to where they will get the power in the power 8 years down the line till I became MP me lobby in aban ne beye into normal by almost started virgin community one anyway all materials never no to complete a project His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, myself and Honorable Opofusu, in 2016, some of which were even your hanging transformer. Like when you go to Brepro, it will shock you to know under this government, your hanging transformer, our query, a high tension, just from here, it to MSA a circle, maybe an interchange you it is taking them 8 years. I don't think be as a homeboy better so. Now and the minute local will be dim come. And I mean catch and say on kind of Memphis single monumental project on my yama Memphis East and Memphis West and Memphis Central. On bet me they compare MPP office no more.
I want Memphis
East.
I say
that's not even a single project.
Oh, but your brother and now on Brashe Bedroom. You remember
Capitania was a
coco. You remember so.
You hold Parliament.
Some commodity.
Take one of the communities.
Kessben.
East.
Some commodity constituency is the one commodity ever so. Now yet because you himself Memphis East. Abo Maminchi on Parliament issues and a course so you were there on the part of the NDC. Okan Crawford Kotina majority side is just majority.
Oh, Mr. Speaker, Amenda was BM. Na Andrew Amenda me constituency I say. Me constituents the good people of my peace. Mr. Speaker, I do any support na Mr. Speaker bo adwene nti ase so. Na ni nyina na ye Ghana fo nyina mu nyina media ni nyina mo kan titiriu na nanom ye da omo ase sa akwanya omo koso de maye na Mr. Speaker me constituency executive ayera chairman na Kofi atochi da no ne apamfo ni nyina as we speak me regional organizer obedi constituency almost 3 days and ra manyanti SM communication director yera Kekaba Mr. Charles and so they are working say Memphis Mr. Speaker you sit na watch you know ye di benim na mpuntuo aba because the reason I headed to abani mpuntuo ubenya leader hombra share we ready to serve the people na sama any addition wa Memphis so ye afa share kesia unveiling na edifice we see as the palace no who ye mbe show ye be kona ya kwakobo wa say skuma aho for in a program no so ye be kwako support Mr. Speaker na me fa fi baby ami senior honorable you see Ori say Mr. Speaker he wasn't patriotic Mr. Speaker now kasakra na me yamashim tin na me hwe ne say or refer to different speaker na Ghana speaker who when rule na oyeye Mr. Speaker who share Ghana democracy baby abeduna na Mr. Messiah surprise I was just watching here about me video say or voter region no say MP NDC for a few months now your collection so why are they fighting for majority and I said to myself wow you're about me democratic nation no what you saying democracy what you saying Mr. Speaker inti akada krokra me akoto aba na obi violate adea eye law SCA China na parliament e normal me ensa na didi juma Mr. Speaker, one, the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Two,
the supreme law.
Exactly. Two, standing orders. Three, precedents. These are the three core pillars of the Parliament. Mr. Speaker, Bonebe and Hawaii. You're honorable Kofi Asante.
Yeah.
President
2003.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your papa deputy speaker now. Second deputy speaker Siama. 2000. Nana president
2020.
Yes. And Mr. Speaker, you being a law student, you know. We share Article 97 1G. Read the preamble. If you have the Constitution
Tenure office.
Yes.
Of members of Parliament.
Inti adia, Mr. Speaker, you know. He was there. One thing I want to say, MPP member of Parliament. You're a Siama. What is it now? You're Andrew. Is it Andrew Siama?
Yes.
Andrew Siama. Yes. No, your lawyer for Asante Achem. He's a lawyer.
And the
Appiah Kubi. Mr. Speaker, who reading now? Speaker, the ruling was say, wow, this is exactly what I was expecting from the Speaker. He's an astute member of Parliament on the ticket of MPP because he is a product of law. He understands law. And one unique thing about Musunya lawyer and law and lawyers, they say, mu bumrano, na mo respect each other. Enti, Usha Speaker, me when the ruling by Andra, Mr. Speaker, he did a fantastic job. One koshe say baby MPP di Ghana kodu no, or den hoko kan. Mr. Speaker, Obaya no okwan kasa bebre. Na wo hwe na you say, honorable members, I have consulted the leadership and I'm exercising my discretion to suspend the meeting of the House indefinitely. The House accordingly adjourned. Listen to the word here. I have consulted leadership. So this is the Speaker.
I'm using my discretion.
Mr. Speaker, after consulting leadership, discussing with them the issue on at hand, who say, and this is a man, he is a Speaker of Parliament, he has the right to do whatever he thinks by law no on for me, but he consulted. Inti obi a ohwe we bia no say ye rafenya mo besen ko oni MPP leadership no ene ni kodi nkomo eno na ye wie se wutie ewura kene Japan a oso mo ni speaker kokasa nempo no speaker say omombra na oni omuni nkomo but they omo fail is on beba they didn't come. So I was shocked to say now also say you continue obi akonwa so because MPP as a party no as a party members of Parliament, they were not in the chamber yesterday.
Mr. Speaker,
Mr. Speaker, the omuni say you rafenya marking crowd mislead the Supreme Court. Do you know why?
Why?
As a young parliamentarian, the yes year anything I'm fees almost to me so say you call Parliament Endra. Endra. That Endra was Tuesday.
Yes.
And no my yakoka huni ade ni nyina no. Ebetumi aye adwuma e ma be part of air proceedings or parliament a okwa aka sabe refer. Enne ene ebeji atum. Onim see yakọ Parliament Endra no. Enne yakọ no there will be votes and proceedings. Ono will give room for correction.
Exactly.
Into the air Endra no. The be obi kan ya or air and almost taking records no year way no. The next day you have the opportunity to correct that. And now you adopt it so that ababeye official. Into Speaker Krana Oma a pronouncement say these 4 people no by Omana Momo Tuninti no Omun can they can't be in Parliament on the take it on the buy no. Thursday no Speaker Maye no. Na unim say ye break here no. Na kenwe Tuesday no. Ena ke beji atum.
Nanka moye corrections
on those pronouncements.
Okay.
Ena ye rafenya de koe. Ena unim ye Supreme Court. Omo ya very very predictable that any issue coming from the executives omo ye inherit say ombe judge. E-levy the NSC it was coming from the executive. No more ye free all. Anti-gay.
Kessben.
Obi so de court. Yemu sound say, Omo, how are they ready? Somebody who ejuma.
Speaker then respond. Speaker then file the positions. That's the truth.
Omo ye ready. But Enra the buy na make us say, and Temo printing no Oman she say the cost of Thursday in Impono Parliament accept they adopting. No. Are you trying to tell me say lawyers I can see no parliamentary proceedings no money man? They are very much aware, but because it was coming from the executives.
Me too.
but because it was coming from the executive. Because it was coming from the executives. It's yes here when you say Speaker Onya Boni and Enra Utena. He used order 104, order 102. Order 102 no permit say you bet me a business, a transact business with the numbers we have there. But in making decision no, you to mean you should because we needed 138 members. It's on that score.
Two tiers of parliament.
Total number. Okay. So Ghana's total no, on to mean you say still 275. Inti ayesa journey. That's the best move as speaker here.
Yes, so but the best move, no. The question will be, say, why did the speaker not comment about the ruling, the order, as Supreme Court are making? Now that posture, no, indicates, I mean, he's not abiding by what the court had said in previously ruling. And again, he indicated, when there indications of that order, and he coming to the chamber, no, the anticipation was that Speaker Eben make a certain comment about the Supreme Court. Akano. Now, if you no decision be our person take it be on the atuaso. And yeah, no, more expecting.
No, expect sir.
Until now, who expect?
You expect sir. Speaker will respect the supremacy of the law. And you know, any issue coming from Supreme Court, you know, will respect it. And he did that, of which I mean himself Baso. So when him say, and the Supreme Court no, I'm making ruling no. They are notifying the speaker say a stay of execution.
There is an order. Exactly.
There's an order. Per the no.
So he needed to acknowledge the order.
And there's a reason why he said, say, Jenny, because he said on person call into the case. Because waiting for the Supreme Court to have the opportunity to go into case Rafenya Markens Modia Bano. So I'm compare explanation to what is it? Article 97 1G. No? And the speaker gave them that room because speaker respected Supreme Court. And speaker should be credited for that. And Mr. Speaker,
how do you respond to the people who say, Speaker, at the time of your recall back to the House, you know, there was appropriate business. Now, because of this sudden adjournment, you know, Juma Moja or constituency was a more baby say Juma and so so. Yet, a buying any mahodo, I was shares and Kabudi home commerce Rashe Sanya Maninano, I suspend.
Mr. Speaker, in Komoyano Perudi, I say you're about me, I know didn't vote and any. And Mr. Speaker, by when I know any bekasa. So if ye members majority members of parliament, ye NDC for
majority.
We are majority. So we share Andra now. Andra proceedings are course Thursday no. Andra ye correction my house near adopt here. It is still it hosts. We are majority members of parliament with 136 members. Now Mr. Speaker, ye nuanom MP before now Mr. Speaker no be din komo no mko. It can you free. You can see and so ye boycott ya kan one speaker na me kasa ono na ese wo che nua no MP before say now no omo na government business show mo nsa omo na mine show mo nsa so asemu see they should be in the chamber na yen jojo so if you decide to boycott the house na me smith me akasa me come constituency akoye juma at the end of the day mo na mo executive powers and you've used this executive powers mo de be ye juma ma o mine akọ nanim mo de be ye juma ma ye ho atoe no mo de executive powers ni ye juma ma Ghana for ye ho akire. So the majority side should also be blamed, not the speaker, because they were not in the chamber. So why are they expecting the speaker say Obeka Safao? No, no one Obeka Safao.
They say the majority me know or my Russia big jabo.
Oh, say the previous majority.
I see. Now, my miss out this simple question. Ansana my bad George.
Oh, say.
My miss an assembly. My miss an assembly. Who call Parliament for Frono? At the end of the after say you swear will in. Even before I ever swore in, that wouldn't be I will see to right?
Yes. Mr. Speaker.
How was the arrangement?
No answer. Okay, when him say Oh yeah, majority caucus out here Janison fan. Ote, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
And I yaba, and I yebe coffee no. Yebe coffee no. Obi our class 1. Yebo boy resource we near my kind of coffee on him so about class 2. So he doesn't need a teacher to tell him say about class 2 them. Thursday yebe free chamber no. He declare as a majority side.
No,
declare majority side.
I'm asking a simple question. Prior to your coming to Parliament, on the eve of 6th of January, arrangement in the Senate CTM.
Minority.
And then I will find it out, say, Ahana Bakoyesi, and to be by
minority, Muti, speaker left.
Okay.
Majority, Muti, speaker right.
That arrangement why near because so call table now with Dean Bosso or microphone will be BS so right?
Mr. Speaker,
yes.
Say what ha there be our bar offer one route neighbor. Unsi baby a friend emergency exit.
Yeah.
Say nyamin for samba. But if there should be emergency situations here, you may not use the same route. Who the answer was form?
No, you are simply not answering my question.
Mr. Speaker,
question that me be
said. Where you see the what's
question that me be said.
Emergency exit.
Emergency exit no cannot be. I'm simply asking for the prior arrangement.
Mame answer. Speaker can answer. Mame answer.
Speaker in Senifan. Majority.
This is a meeting speaker Senifan is here.
And the speaker arrangement no grand yet. And the sitting arrangement Mr. Speaker, all set and down no. Dear Koso no. Ghana Democracy na ADP no. No one himself, Mr. Speaker, the MPP for shocking. They say now what can business? Do you know the business? And Kabosumi Kakre come the ebe.
Okay.
Business, Mr. Speaker, they are still going for a loan of $850 million.
I remember, Mr. Bowso, but
are you aware of that?
Remember, George, so that you didn't come. But indications we were getting earlier, no. Was that the Honorable Kojo Asante was stepping down any idea? My name is reporter any Kobon free so home. What's your good morning? Saying
good morning, Mr. Speaker.
I put you on to mobile there. Very well. I don't pay him for now, Ujina, my yenin Kobo.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, I'll pay the PMO to whom. Some constituency, yeah, I know say you are Kojo Asante Boafo, I know the MP. And no to just either you say and Kojo Asante Boafo say are resigning. You say about number Suni Kubisa, a month for I was almost so almost as I'm saying almost 25. And then my own can and then today on BCS as I'm the coin. It is a young credit, but quickly no more, maybe you have one. My name is Kobo and fast uncle move home. Mama, good morning. Morning. But at the same time, and now, Koma, what's here? Say, could you ask Santo for? So I recently decisions.
Oh, yeah, and you remember money at the big microphone. Like I say, a buffer, I resign, and Professor Buffer and sister on resign. Yeah, say. Ankasa a conference will resign. They are not there and say.
Okay. One case for your buffer.
Yes, sir.
Me back woman, I say for your buffer and so I you married man. One case then no.
Also why you and you ma be brave. No one joy or one who brassy.
Okay.
Now why you and you na be who are the papa buy and pay. San ye brachiampo. Yes, hey no could die. Adiba come on to me and padipa. So
what is the people on behalf?
Oh, but you know, politics. Anything can happen.
Okay.
So what you
my main call the other woman. Mama, I want to say.
Yes, it's a way to swap and I'm just here. Yes, and we are better.
But we are MPP. On the 7th of December, who saw about NPP.
Hey, me too.
Now we're going to just answer about for you.
Only
no, what's way?
Oh, what they are met woman, we know what they are met woman.
Is it too much for just answer?
Yeah,
we're sure.
Papa.
Okay. My main call,
yes, Nami Bisa one Casa Oko Drew so home no indications Ben Awunya, Sir Honorable Kojo Asante would decide this one co independent BMO and one name for Ben where did in Como. What indications na Awunya no pay?
Okay, Mr. Speaker, maybe the communications officer Bako. I don't know what to clear more of the announcement. And I'm going to say, could you attend before? And you know, that say, what can't baby say, we're resigning decision not to contest as independent candidate. And you know, it is to see about 1 phone 18 common, 8 beside more, so all matches and common and I'm not here. Saying on the first day, Bassay and back, could just answer before say, my recently main could be send on the funnel. And then Sanko Moya, you didn't go put it. And they quickly, mammy, they cut on my many property about couldn't come on fast and come out. And now, saying, no, if I say,
yes, man.
You're very attacked. Opening, could just answer before. What's it? And now, what did Kawasan say? So I recently decision is on could be what it.
Platform people so resign, but I could do anyway by 7:30 or no. Let me say, it's all platform people say, and Yampa. And we what I am say, party now, for the Obafoli Junior would be a member of Parliament, Mark Suhunu. Obafon some of the buy, the party, I don't know, man, Shanka, and now I have problem, in the failure. No, for so to say, resign. And Papa no, the beer in the home, am I will call you? The beer in the home, I will come. Election, I your choir, or Lusuye. On your problems, and some election, but some after election, I don't know what I think as a party. Not let a quack affecting our parliament, and see, Sana will be a more confident who come on resign. Or yeah, decided that say yes, only here trouble as independent. Yeah, so says the summer phobia. Yeah, decided say okay, so I resign. You think yeah about the battle. Say you about 2 Parliamentary and I say yes, we bring the individual defense. So, but presidential there, but we are never to a man. But you know, any speaker.
Yes, Tony, Mama Fawzi here. Na wasonda form na Kessben ye Owura Asante. So Suhuma na nya ne voice ye big bo ochina. Why? Na ye no person dey come be.
Batomati. Opani me that me pray.
Mention that Asante Tony Bo Akodua a reporter in the Eastern region speaking to us and pay from Suhum live reporting the amount for them so eka ewo ho. George.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, candidate any proposal.
Yes,
Momo candidate ni proposal.
I see the.
Okasa Momo candidate.
New
patriotic party. Na proposal or ye adwuma of form there.
Or guso
or grounds there. Or ye campaign.
Weekend ye cry mewo okrasi.
Okay.
Suhum okrasi. Menu kuma suhum okrasi ni fahene. Ochi dom amwanye do the first. Omudi omo afashie weekendi or honomiti so boafo protozi obi abeba onzo hokrasi ho so ho na boafo ankasa ni fluma na suhum honum nyina well yeti enra nyina yeti but seni akosie no ansa na meba boafo ne protozi ade so ma minti bibi mfi ho enra speaker ka bibi onua obisa honorable ansa be no person here you na konya na se wouldn't the speaker ka o say eba eno a but eba eno a enyi no ena ye san hyehyɛ no na clerk of parliament and also say and a clerk nso won say honorable amemfi seat no baby esi na na esi o on say position
akonya no position say
o tia ana wo tia nra ana kwatena wo bi akonya no nim say honorable adodom pre whip not ho me wana mko tugu ni so eje
that's because me stop senior there but on say nra bibi konso on say communicate by say even chamber no on be open 8 am obibia but honorable are not done pray otumi wura
so a leader also hwe na bibia
Samson Ayera Abuja is your leader but he was prevented from entering the chamber before
but then na momo kotina hoja MPP caucus no
then he kotina hoja say
8 o'clock
na before na ndo no ma majuma na majority is what your Jansen fa majority is
majority still of execution aba speaker and saka antina make say one
na grandma medjuma
ye ba enti clerk na ye enti speaker ka say no de enye ono aba na make no ko kan we no ka say based on Supreme Court ruling no the kan ya wada no because parliament is a house of records. So one kasa asem no ha dwen say ne honorable kan no nka we capture in the records. So speaker acknowledged the ruling of the Supreme Court and thus indeed complied by staying execution of the order. So let's say ya capture or Hansard no. But we unya was Hansard no more. So why until those are the worrying. But Mamle Morrison media mesre ye political party could you asante. Ye besre. Honorable Kofi Asante Diana Honorable Kaye no so omo in the Diana the strict sense of the context of Article 97 1G in the life of that parliament so no across carpet in the life of the parliament sana wayo saying so in the life of that parliament across carpet. But we know it was an intention here in the futuristic, but what did you know? To make us see called the Westminster system, no? No, but issue of me co-independent no man.
That's a more constitution.
Yes, how manage it? Well, bibi I said there will be offense. Your chimney sakonechi. Utie Peter aka so what say honorable so DC and obe move one loyal NDC member very loyal yes sure
Kessben
who him the oga so ko file 45,000 actually who ya some be election no and any person yeah declare obi me wa file 45,000 na mako raise obi nsa mo anya election na won team ni nsa issues yen parties no so ye hwe ntenase na ehu se ne internal mechanisms na ye dey resolve different MPP was ade no na ye ni wo mo ntenase whatever the issue is. Again, we a politician Kwadwo Asante ne de ya na me ya mpenasem Kwadwo BT kuku dam wo party no Frederick Opariansa no ya then reports today majority strong man pillar in the MPP in the Eastern region yes Eastern region na uko BT no Opariansa nko independent Kwadwo I see you back when baby too. I was a media me co independent. Let me yam because Kwadwo say one term one term anyway. But Morrison, Mamle Morrison. So me central me na campaign regional women organizer. That way me so me contest as regional secretary. Me na Kwame na Duncan. Me lusu ye. Mamle wini. So as women organizer ne you feel one obey candidates ne. What go 2 terms? What else? Call for Natuaba. Near say Chris Atta, another young versatile guy, taking over. We say Debbie. So, but also internal mechanism. These things will be avoided. So, go through. But last one, speaker. If it's the train, me no can say Parliament interpretation. Supreme Court interpretation process. Attorney General find about 30 pages in Parliament. In the Supreme Court. They say speaker no more train. LGBT some Kenya speaker and fan the enquire.
So by interpretation,
and also no. So my ruling. Well, need no, no. Also you're filing in a case in defense because now you know now we person question interpretation and the interpretations are cognitive and also also making input. So, I think that's the issue. Speaker, okwa kache no nko file LGBT no man.
But you wrap up mama na yen.
Yo, Mr. Speaker, me da wase. Na onim. Ya mama Cynthia Morrison ne Yewura Kwadwo Asante honorable. Omo nsem ayese omo Kwadwo Asante, thank you. Omo as resend omo decision here. They do know baby every
every MPP
top hierarchy or parliament.
Oh, there be no picture.
Now, when the picture about out, Mr. Speaker, you said them, hey, yeah, me and son, you picture. Into one phone soon a peer call constituency, Nibio.
Okay.
Oh, no, sir.
And all your picture, not the one we answer. Nay, a strategy. Once a sub picture now, I'm going to be a year to force it. Any area, a former majority leader.
How now?
No,
MPP. Or say Chambers.
Yera a Uniba. A futu. Maakye.
Oh, I'm not friend of former. I'm a majority leader. Who's respect the state of execution? MP respect the state of execution.
Who's that? Omoko DDA BB.
Yeah.
Certainly heated argument about so Parliament. Oh, it's your one on a picture. I need to
a video.
Video no. So, the same strategy on apply. But Yema me on your honorable. They are saying no to the party. When them say this government is going now, buy beer bekwa sanity. It's the reason why I'm here shocks here about me. Now I say MPP, they are the majority party in Parliament.
Yes.
It is wrong.
What is wrong?
MPP is not a majority party. MPP as a party, all things being equal, almost 137 members of Parliament.
Yes.
So it doesn't make them the majority party. NDC, yes, you're a majority party. 137. You can be majority caucus abra. Yera, the second deputy speaker, has decided to trade with you. So Yera Bawumia had it wrong. And I win him.
No, honorable win him. Me no. See, I hear fairness in adjudication in a year. 137. No. Baku 137 plus. Baku 137 minus. Plus, we now form a government. And if speaker be as or a fair we are. 137, you need say independent in your. Would you say fine and call the majority side, no,
Oh no!
Because the governing party, it's not a government business.
No, you do government business, but you can't just say you want to say. What makes you majority?
The constitution is silent.
It's silent on that. So if it is silent, it's all discretion. No, it's discretion. Say then the opposition, independent account. So he was wrong by saying someone am a majority. You for no tunche. When himself voter regional queen. Do you know what the votarians were saying? When did you recognize say we have a region like voter region?
Hey!
That's exactly what they were telling him.
Crowd,
no, say crowd, they own him. Even in my constituency. Mobasing, 2016 when we were losing, the same thing.
This campaign, we don't do basing. I'm being honest with you. Me, as a man, Bawumia by Okosuhu, as a man, I'm a feast. The same way until half one mobilize. No, mobilize the chain because you can't move. Omo
buy a whole recently Japa. People from Takwa Bogosu Prisia, Dunkwao, the VIP buses. Now, Memphis is within, inner transportation. Hopefully, use VIP buses. Because upon Valley Stretch, you can't use VIP buses. The ramp, you can't use it. So, there's the busing. And even Usha Voter Regional, Project Ben Yura Baomi Oko Kasafango. Not like Yura Mahama Kwa Ashanti region. You can talk of the biggest investment any government has ever made in Ashanti region. And I'm talking of KGT. I'm talking of Iron Hospital. Ashanti in our
project
45 days.
12,800. I wish you
Georgia, you see a national director of communication for NADMO. God, thank you. Representing the New Patriotic Party. The Honorable Member of Parliament for Wasa Amenfi East, Nicholas Abankwa, representing the NDC. Gentlemen, I'm grateful for your time. We need a Kwame Appiah Kubi, Mr. Speaker. Highly grateful once again. But Mamini Oba Tampa Prostate Center for any Nkomo Emra Yakoba Yabetuaso na yaye ejuma in the studio. Mame mo fa won senache na me mano akwaba. Over. Lajin.
Obaba hana haba na yedin. But ya mi adum na mpese ndeme ba.
Okay.
Nse ma be. Said that in anim no ba tampa de positive ho adwuma na me ye. Enu ne yankopon adum ama me ho aduro a me de bua adasa. Positive ya de bia ho aduro na papa. Dodo no a omu claim so omu ho aduro no ni ho aduro omu ni omu junso no mum no ho aduro but nyese portrait ne ebetu ase de bibi ne ho saa.
Okay.
Enti no se ya me am saa dum no na mentumi fa anhyem ho na menta ho twen se ni baba bre wo saa kwane so na de bia me ka se portrait start wa It said the wouldn't need etuo esi so person wo shutu or we dey obekum because idea the end result you start to between do 10 years between 8 years between 5 years still ano obekum and this will be team 8 teams this year and say make up to one sama only na some team very well na we unto anamo the ten say positive idea I am member more 40 years ekro we 40 years ekra so the bia no hwe say obehwe opposite to ma hwe say etisen na no kra no make say etisen kra na dudu na behwe but ebe ko hospital akọ ho ayasabia bebre enso na still no mo sa problem no na start wa the dikan no ema odunso pi anajo mama odunso pi anajo eno call ekono a nsusu so bi ni say omu a junso ne kan say opeso okojunso a odunso a amo ho ya na odunso gu ho ano kro no a account na wa ma ho ya ha odunso gu ho eno aso ma say junso ne kan na so ku janso odunso a kwansi na untun junso e eno na yesa ebetu ama uju ku janso odunso no ebaba pressure ni odunso na chi eba boko project na yesa project betu ama wadunso boja ebetu ama wadunso gu ho a unim se junso de ebetu ama wadunso wabrekwa wadunso wie no anka se samre no wo be ma sha bohamu no me na junso eso obohanu mu ebetu ama wadunso wie o ti se obeti se junso no bi san wo nti wunya junso che ya junso wie anche bia na junso ni san de na ama wadunso very very frequently ebetu ama usisi ayo ya ebetu ama mama sam I say, Bruni friend, erectile dysfunction, but me akosati bi enu. Na edidim da ko be sori no. E ba say wo junso obekasa obejunso na junso ayde aka wayase. Na no na amamu akọ hospital, hospital a de be ye bitma ya ma on say edi roba be say obemam. Amu ajunso afa obemam mu. So e ba sa ape mama sama ayde esi untumi ko yiri oba ho bio. Na we aso kateta no kra no edidim because aso kateta no project na akofa asa o ha no bae no we kira eye kase ko na project nso hunam akwa bia eye kase a anase huna ni susu aso ye ekuro eno ya na say prostate cancer eye kuro say kuro na di nipa no konse do no cancer na eba no na di nipa no konse no mpempi no wonya ekosa tibeni mu hospital a edu edema mu ye tamsulosin hydrochloride and finasteride say do no dura manage ujunso no shinke post no anaso say nye post no adwuma manage ujunso nta bra ugusu no madu ni na no na ujunso post no kasia na eyeko nti ba wani no na ajinsemu na no na meme yamia madom nya dura shinke post no ayekase makofa san zuzu aba no shinke no ma santi bia wo mu nya den efiri ho na no once the announcement and say Kessben and Bon say so was at be no ma meant na ho amane enkwa nimu sa since so makani na wu ba kokwa wa babu ma to na mopo machi akwan okay wo ba mamu oduro amu akonum ama post na ayeka so ashrenke the only edura minim say a single post because me abra me nya me ko sati be ni mu no minunum do bebre antumi antintam kusi se me kwanya me nya eduro we enu me nya single post to be seen that me ko be bia mu ameto a me dwin post no sa so ba me nchen a boko so banya boko sati be ni mu oba na mu eduro ma no ma single post na why e free and when ya show me kateta oba ya mo eduro mu no ma o mu no eduro na e be yi kateta na ma na yi ni pa ba ko na ma hwe mo sa kwan so ma hwe ni be me tie me ka say so obi tie mi a o sati be mu a me sa me ni age say ma bo sa kwan so ana obi bi obehwe na obi ni junso aka na yase ese fa no hospital ma yan ko won yan ko shan roba wo ba ma mo eduro amu anom wonu ma eduro na junso na aka wa yase no obesa ta junso we na junso ni nya ba na fe na wasata ma mo eduro na anu ma ashinke post ma wade ho enti say me ka say me ka post to wasama yese bi asabe papa so opa o ma so eye me enu de na mom me obibi papa bi ma obi o post street de bia me ka say so ultimate kan wo 90% heal ayasa o post to mu 10% ne say obetu na mo apam achi akwan because minim say do we ade ya minister of health ag wo your health facilities ni mo Ghana ha ko bi no be sha kateta because ade mo enu no ma eshinke post to no ma esin da dem Nta de ntin ebe kosoro ma iso kata na say ebe councils say me see that nti ultimate council wo positive home a man ha ho enko ba bia obi ho ba frɛ no obi ye no ba frɛ say doctor wo gidi say we do no tumi support tampa me say wo gidi say huhum ya de because any pan we chinchin akoko meme bebre nti osusu say wanu no mundua anja antentam no osusu say bia huhum ya de na ma ka chance ma fo huhum ya de edu na hunya ye edu ba ma wo ho ato na hunya ye nti wo da bra baba no cherife no afra doctor medase pa no odamase nti saa so na so wo tibe mi say me kan wo bunu obi a wo sa tibe ni mu so hu nipa so odamfo ana obi a wonim so wo sa tibe manfa mayin kameno because the actually kase pa obi bit mama obi o yare prostitute ni say obeche me kwan the greatest gift of between them obi o yare prostitute pass the minim no obi obeche wo che me kwan a wa born papa because prostitute no no hwaduro say me kan asaso no eni ho saa ti say wo timi kan na wo prostitute ha mu a Pemachi akwan enye dene me no manie 0553 800 678 0553 800 678 no kasua nyanya no kwan so baby di fifi prat last stop udru ho a udru kasua bisa say yencho nyanya station uko station wakasa ope fifi down taxi unsaka taxi na kachera banso obi so obatampa wusi wo obatampa junction so a efiri oba me ho meet mensa pa na woduru me ho etosu mi no na ye bie yakoba ye bie eni bi wo Kumasi yen Kumasi no ma pacho so wo Kumasi an so nin kwaso a fa no ma we 0249 another 49 61 66 0249 another 49 61 66 Mrs. Bio 0249 another 49 61 66 who Western region southern Western region who pebia phenoma way 0246 04 34 58 0246 06 sorry 04 34 58 0246 04 34 58 ofra benye bi ho ena Kessben here yeti sesi ameka sei oba ha Mr. Francis owo ase ho upe bia won ye kokomemre circle Accra ene ni achimota poku ase upe bia oba ha oben bi ato entinu me sre obi ase wo sa tibeni mu a menya nitifo se bia metie usi kentina me pentina me tentiemu no eye omu a me pese me boa wo nti wutimi nka mentwetwe won ase yansafo ne to anamon papa nchi akwan na wo ba ho beto
okay over me so be da ase ja be share minutes of tonight.
Domarakwa.
Esheye
pa honorable Amankwa. Honorable Amankwa, hey. Still maintain, hey. Baby obi a chacha pa no ababa aduma. Honorable Amankwa, I'm a feast, right?
Yes.
I'm a feast, yes. Baby obi.
Now come on Fantastic. There are certain members of parliament, regardless of party are they buy. Oh yeah, they are. You better campaign na ma womo. Ewa haya.
Oh yes.
Womo ye ni papa. To say ye ka do ma East asemi.
Oh,
Tumberima. Oh yeah, they are. Se so say about parliament bi no beboa. Na no ya no bi send videos. Na they say the only no or your bodyguard na. Leader kwa wona no di anim just ba wona di ka jazz o bullet na side obo aka ni nyina. I mean, there are fine brains, we need to maintain them in the house. Kojo Upon Kroma must return to parliament. Hokra they say easy man, right? Ohio say some George, he must return to parliament. I mean, those that are very active on the floor, wobuma parliament jumano eyedeno. I mean, we'll talk about it in the coming days. Nana, Mamincho, and Radia Dayakoso Yandi Pitri. Yeah, join it until Obia Fanasham, Natchez.
Yes, Kwame. Your friend is a
Kessben.
As my worker. Mamefa kakran to so na yentwaso say there are some people we need them in parliament.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not.
No, we need them.
Because Kwame 2008 and I'm starting say me follow parliamentary performance index. The political performance index African Watch magazine publish here be a cover assemble no bekai. Na ema MPs ni bi A minus, B minus. Yeah, I can be boa pa yes. A few hundred na me started say me follow Sadino. Now I realized that in even the 2008 to 2012, Matopoku Prempe Napo or sorry Kasa 15 times. Kwame wasn't easy. Joyce sorry Kasa 19 times. Attachia sorry Kasa 15 times. Kwame number one in our home. And you knew wo bia no akọ parliament from 2004 ebesi that 2012 no Kwame no akasa for just 4 times or your ba 4 no 2 chairman sabos the trade man. So who share the core functions and the core job of parliament na sa nipa ni deserve so be core parliament. Parliament Kwame enye beji sika ko change obi bob manu. Parliament nye beji sika ko ya gata say you. There be district chief executive is there. Yes, you bet church mo man konfo say the parliamentary job is to go to make laws.
Kokasana sembra.
Yes.
Yenye debate.
Be one on kabi. Say move motion. Or supporting Kwame. Or join debate. Budget and all this stuff. That is the most important because the idea is say on mine ye pesi e shamra and man ye pesi e shano and ni kwa say nipa kuo bi nko akosha baby no mo shamra because we are not in a military junta.
So be ade
na adweba and ye ni na ye nso yentimi nko parliament e fie ho and ye so okay and the constituency bi anyi nipa baako no mra ni ye mbedwendwene ni ye shamra no. and the constituencies no obi a person oba and yes okay so obi a person oba there and the side that the young twaba and the political parties do omuhwajim so people are using the political parties ticket to go to parliament it's a make what I say and your job is to make laws. Your job is not say a chinchina euros Kwame, you can go and lobby because you are closer to the ministers. Because the constitution is say 60% of the ministers should be parliamentarians. So you are closer to them. You are there. You are in parliament with them. So bet me a lobby. Honorable Mankwa parliament. When the road minister when the sanitation minister when the way he has access or Accra has say obet me a call Ministry of Finance say yeah you might prove their money but contract and sikeni ho e dia na sie dia be kana wacha say eno no parliamentarian waduma
Kessben.
Kwame Appiah Kubi open campaign at the some of the members of parliament and we do open campaign against some people. Because yes, number Kwame will do your best.
They just added to the numbers.
Yes, that's all. Now Kwame, yentwa ye crusade no so. Emra, a war guy be throw I did through Facebook say Mimi display the hypocritical zeal.
Oh, sir.
Now I was shocked. In fact, Okayama it looks like menu nani because Makwaka say, oh, Kojo Bajima Mode Kwame. No mu deserve say ye chitu omo. But mamle mu de as a koto de the budget. You de make what say. Na Kwame bi enti to boas ni break it down. Chairman won to me. Me see NPP for njim to me say. The SC of Parliament in order na kofa ba no Kwame still stands. Messi Samadjane.
Kessben.
And I Kwame Messi Samadjane.
I think go for me no way see no money in the region.
Kwame Tiasma make. A people there clear case of cheat. Tie de make do. Honorable Amankwesiama. When a member of parliament. Tia me chechi mama kofa say. When a member of parliament. Ye kwa kotoaba. Papa ne say Papa ne say me register no a me di ye adwuma no ye de beto aba no register no ya bloating register no
okay
enti yenye correct register me na me kuta correct ye fa no nya adwuma won tumi sida enu ho say ye de sa register no call belus ene sa de te dia me ko independent Kwame me ne ya adwene a clear case of cheat Kojo Bajiman honorable Kojo Bajiman only case ni say NPP 40 legal regulation ye fair say ye can say kra more regulation ye can say kra guidelines aye de beto abade de buy and almost say obia electoral commission enye electoral commission de be conduct wo election no enka ho tie de make no enka ho okay
that is in the primaries
and Kojo Bajima say me register no problem wo ho ye nipa over 219 din dia film enti me dia court say court nhwame address that issue and ni mako director of elections announce no joy Samia Uku announce no Peace FM say a election e maso aka subi constituency dia aka ho say e maso and ya to aba tieri yo ade na e maso no ye de nan isifu akoto aba abia koyi parliamentary candidate eti say the parliament me ka bi man akwa me my bone aye cheat but obusa madam Cynthia Morris busa this is say e die tipa no okọ independent onya asem bia kan chi kwa me di obeka ne say me nkofo say me ntoa so na on beto abade aba me you don't love the party obia okọ parliament the case of Sadi Patre no omo New Patriotic Party 2 no owura asante eye owo suhum and Mamle Morrison kwam omo case ni a clear case of self-centered. They are not in parliament because of the party of or omunkofo and your personal interest. Their personal interest because Mamle dey no kwam entiase
Kessben
waka akoto aba register no oye minister una compile register no 2022 one na compile you one boy or personal assistant and the company register. And our boy now, if you want contest on what you are doing this because if say Akufo-Addo and continue your gender ministry. Yeah, you are watching. That's the reason why you doing that. Ebina Eugene Chene, Honorable Kwame Appiah Kubi here. Paved nan say Akufo-Addo in the Akufo-Addo second term no was sideline omo. Eti ushe Appiah Kubi nene ye wo parliament eye clear. Ushe Eugene entry nene ye wo parliament eye clear Kwame. Diabe kan wacha say eti bisa suhuma ne say wo si ya be show bi kutupa amana babitu. Say you register sama Kwame Yebeka bi dia ma. Diabe kan wacha say o we ni na ya swoshe ayinu a Kwame Yebeka bi dia ma. But the panel wa contest no wo contest ya o deserve so contest wo ho. Diabe kan wacha say and I want na call contest. Say chief of staff better na chi say ababi better na chi Kwame obi a wode your pet because who no baba betu obi ubetu obi no obi tawa chi na abetu obi. I'm not saying say abem but your two abama okra ne tawa chi eti
je dey obi be kom obi
aba si anchi tu nko ade a Kwame obi be kom obi aba eti say Kwame ukọ ne say sankofo no behave like this ka hu say enyo omo nkofo no omo ka say omo ntina me pese me sa call parliament ni ntra edemum ayo omo akasa interest
but anopa wutie twene nkomo a wani suhumfo ni dia wo mo si kodwa asante ne ho ne bone bia party ni na asisi no a wo mo aye ni se mo bia ba betu no enti no wo mo de wo mo pe no because obaaye no anopa yo straight random conversation amene wo ka say twene air report no say I mean wo mo pe no because obaaye no wo boa wo mo personally development a wo ye de ma wo mo. Could the party equally consider some of these things? Say obi a ono wako one term as a member of parliament. The first term ni wo end ya kra e bia wa share niema bia sia wo mie na obi a mobilize resources the free baby no abetu no.
Kwame, yes. Let me tell you something. So obi mobilize resources e bebetu a me sad na omo Canada get it. When you go to Bantama constituency after Madam Cecilia Nadapa senye asenso boachi ni breaki dagins na
yanko bi akọ one term
obi akọ one term Henry Kokofu edeba de na onye Kokofu ko radio show eko defend LPP party me boa she aduma na Kokofu eyama new patriotic party she development anu oye but Kwame
Kessben
obi mobilize ye fa say resources ekokotu no nipa no obetu Kokofu no nyame fa the crazy o chama boaje Kwame on the spokesperson at the new patriotic party our finance de meboa your development meboa but almost see so many obi so mobilize resources as a deputy chief of staff aba betu no de be kara wacha se
ntisa na ye
sana akwakoye ye obi Kwame ko mobilize ye ferry resources obuko obantimi antu no meboa ebisi baby bebe enfa hu no usika no no ma abeye Kwame wo ye de untimi ntu obi
wo ye de nso obi ho obetu
yes wo ye de nso obi ho obetu eti ye accept sadine say it is part of politics na me example of Abrati Efeno ayi Kojo Nyame edati akwa Kojo Nyame dati akwa NDC former NDC MP ewo Kentampo South NPP no win that since 1992 Kwame
and rather okay the confusion
yes we need that but you see if you get somebody tell you obia Kwame enye registered ye JCC wo bi mpamu wo bi anya wo hwe ye nkoto abade na obi achitu isi na achitu eye contest na yakọ ene obi defeat wo sementi ase. Why a district chief executive pay upon all these things one team any party na ye see a more be a district chief executive what be a member of parliament now ko promise near tour no am for the first time for the first time and this year lose that seat self-centered Kwame is self-centered. I'm telling you.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Nothing more, nothing less. It won't pay party, no. Your case is similar to Kwacheaka. Kwame, would they just imagine say, Umade anam is sympathizing you.
Yeah.
But at the end of Bamba, Kwame to you, the whole NDC hierarchy, from the top to down, will be a baba support to a yefede say, woman yefede Jan. Joanna Jan. And two say, seven previous. Said Joanna Jan, ya dear be enya. Obenya the support of the yefede say, the party hierarchy. Eye then Mr. Newman. One no call for question baby say, Aguna ayi, yanko to abanfentia omo akasa parliamentary candidate. A branch of executives, constituency executives. Eye campaign at the A+. What did the party do? They sanctioned the executives. Jamaica what I say? They sanctioned the executives. So what I'm saying is it will say General Mosquito bet na ho. Nedi panwa. Oh yeah, you know, so to about or illegally. No mashani see about me to Kwame. I don't get it. Even in that, if you love the party, for pay not for the fatanasi, Jamaican what I say, then keep quiet. Nanu so Kwame, this is not hypocritical.
All right, Dada, one more day, so welcome, dear. I mean, we should be there, so now I am called now.